What's going on, guys? So it's been a while since I've raced, and I really enjoy making race films, making race videos. I started making them basically because I got inspired by the Ginger Runner and also Billy Yang and a lot of other running movies out there that I saw. I kind of wanted to make my own, and my early videos were not very good, and I've grown as a filmmaker quite a bit since then. So in this video, I'm going to tell you my top 5 videos that I've made. So at number 5, it's one that I made last year. It is Surviving. It was Habanero 100, where I did the 30K over there. If you guys don't know about the Habanero 100, it is a race put on by Trail Racing over Texas, and it starts at noon, and it got up to temperatures of 108, 111. It's just a horrible, horrible race that people love to do just to challenge themselves, especially here in Texas where it's hot, it's humid, it just sucks. But it's a good time out there because everybody's suffering out there together, and it's a great race. Actually, it's coming up this August, but I'm not planning on doing it because I want to wait and see what happens with this COVID-19 crap. This Habanero 100 Surviving was one of my favorite videos because I got to shoot some aerial footage with my drone. I added some special effects that I learned with After Effects on it, and I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story of it with me suffering through the heat to make it through that race. Alright, so at number 4 is Joe's Ultra Marathon, which I labeled 24 Hours or Bust. And that was my title that I made for the video. Joe is one of my friends from the running group that I started, the Golden Triangle Strutters. You might see me wear those shirts all the time with the triangle. That's a running group that I started about 8 or 9 years ago. And I decided to go ahead and film him and see how he would do, because I knew that he was a Boston qualified runner. I knew he was a strong runner. So I wanted to do a film where I recorded him running it. And it was a good story because we didn't know how well he would do. We knew that he would finish the race, and there was no doubt in anybody's mind that he wouldn't finish the race, but you just have to watch the video to see why I enjoyed that video so much. Alright, so at number 3 is another film that I did at Rocky Raccoon, about a 100-miler. This one is Tony. At the time, he was about 61 or 62 years old, and he decided to do the 100-miler because he had already DNF'd the 100-miler before, about 3 months earlier, and he decided to do this one, and he asked me and Anna to pace him the week before. And I was like, that's not much time, and I was supposed to pace 20 miles. Anna was supposed to pace 20 miles, and we agreed, but I told him that I wanted to film his race. And, if you're filming and running and doing all that stuff, I was running a lot of miles. I actually ran 40 miles because Tony was struggling after the second loop, so I paced him for the third loop and for the fifth loop. So I paced him for 40 miles, and that's not including all the miles I biked to get to the aid stations to film him. So I filmed a lot, I ran a lot, did a lot of miles. So that was a race that I barely slept at, but it was fun to do it. And you just gotta check out that film to see that race. Alright, so the number 2 film that I really like that I made is my own race at Rocky Raccoon. Rocky Raccoon was a race that I decided to do last minute because I commented on a post that this company was giving away free races for the 50-miler. And there wasn't that many people who actually commented, so I won a race entry and I decided to do the 50-miler just to see if I could do it. And I went out there and it was a good time. I filmed the race, kind of struggled towards the end, but you know what? That was one of my more favorite races I did, Rocky Raccoon 50. And then my number 1 most favorite film is actually going to be Brazos Ben 100, the GTS story. That's a film that I made with this camera that you're watching me on right now. I just got this camera and I was like, let me see what I can make. I just shot footage here and there. I didn't know if it would make a great story, but you know what? That's how a lot of my films go. I shoot a lot of footage. I don't know how it's going to go, but when I get to the editing room and start editing in Adobe Premiere, putting the story together, putting the music, telling the story, it just all comes together. It makes what I think is a great film, and I hope you guys do too. This was a film, I filmed all of my Golden Triangle Strutters that were doing the race. I think at the time, there was almost 30 of us running the race. So I got people running the half marathon, got people running the 50K, got people running the 50-miler, the 100K, whatever race distance there was. Everybody out there was running so many different distances. I think we had 10 people running the 100-miler. It was great to be out there to support them, and I was glad I was able to film it. You guys just have to watch that film to see why I love that one, and that's my number 1 favorite film that I made. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this little video, a little teaser of all what I think are my greatest hits. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know what's your favorite video of mine in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.